Last time we were gathered, the group was trying to do some research after defeating Vladimir and Izanami getting away, but having a little difficulty doing so. So they decided to, let's just get back to the city, rest, relax, help Salen and Waylon down the hill because turns out they were helping the vultures, who are now set up to survive for at least a little while. Who knows? They're giant vultures. Maybe it'll work out. And the group got back to the city to find that Zaren's house was full of pillows that Calliope had made, as well as a new bed. There was a little bed outside for Ophelia, and 4 stuffed animals that the group seems to be afraid to accept as a gift from Calliope. The group seems, I believe, unhappy and stressed out based on my last remembrance. And we're going to sleep to deal with things in the morning.
Yep.
Serafina was spending some time with her tome that she now has, but yes, other than that.
Right. And we will join our group there as they begin waking up in the morning to the smell of some sort of pastry baking and some like very dark tea that Calliope has prepared.
Interesting.
And anyone who wakes up can see Calliope having a little tea party with the stuffed animals.
I hate that. I think that's kind of cute.
It's cute in a slightly creepy way.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And then, she basically like splits up one scone for the 4 stuffed animals, and it gives them each like a tiny little cup of tea, and then takes the rest with her back to bed.
Oh.
Just gonna try and just fly on past and meet folks around the fire when they start to wake up.
Yep, Kirk's already going to be like moving in.
Serafina's awake and looking over her book again.
What you looking at, Serafina?
A new book that I have. It's how I got those. It's how I was able to like clean
Hey, Jen.
Waylon.
The
Sorry.
chip bag. Yep.
Sorry.
You're good.
So I was able to clean Waylon. Was that the son?
Salem?
No, Thalen is the son. Yeah.
Thalen's the son. So I was able to clean Thalen up, and I don't know. There's some new things that I can do. So I was just reading over the rules.
That's
I don't think.
cool.
Can you speak Sylvan? Can Ophelia speak Sylvan?
Oh, let me double check. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, if you were to glance at the book, then you would kind of understand what's there, but Keurig, it would look
Nope.
gibberish to you.
Oh, that's super cute. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I think. I mean, I know who it's from. So I guess he's wanting to like make some finer details to the pact that I have with him, which is understandable, I suppose. But yeah. Spells.
So is Calliope's asleep, right?
No, she's eating and drinking. She's
Dang.
awake.
feel like she's always at least partly asleep.
She is partially asleep.
She's awake with one eye closed.
Fair. Me too sometimes. I'm going to lean
Same.
closer to Seraphina. I'm going to go, I think I'm going to go talk to my friends about her. It's getting a little scary for me.
I think that might be a good idea. Maybe also ask
The collection
your
agency.
Well, this was, I mean, yes, that we need to find out more about that. But I was also gonna see if they maybe have anyone that can train her, guide her. I was gonna ask Zarin about this too.
Mm.
I think she needs some guidance. I think she needs more than what we can provide for her at this time. And I think if she doesn't receive that guidance, then we might have another problem that we would have to deal with. And we already have a lot of problems on our plate. So maybe moving this from the plate to a bowl and passing that bowl to somebody else.
That, I think, may be a good idea. I think we should definitely ask Zarin if he knows anybody, but I'm definitely still going to ask, about what this all could end up like, maybe. I don't know. I'm a little creeped out, but maybe Zarin knows someone who will guide her.
Maybe. Like I said, I was
Maybe.
planning on asking Zarin, but since you're going to your people, maybe they have people that can do that too. I don't think she necessarily, needs... I mean, maybe a little bit of a teacher, but also guidance and a confidant.
Mm-hmm.
I just have this inkling that came to me last night that left unchecked. This could go a different way.
You make a very valid point. Yeah,
I usually do.
you're pretty reliable with that, quite honestly. Yeah. Is there anything else you think I should ask about? I know we have the collection agency. Didn't we grab a couple of journals? Is that what you're looking through right now?
No, I'm looking through my above game. She's looking through her Pact of the Tome that she's
Okay.
as a warlock. No, I think Zarin has those journals, which we do need to look through those. Should we get Zarin? Probably get Zarin.
Probably.
Yeah. He's usually up by now, though. So maybe he needs to rest. But should we?
Seraphina's just gonna take the silver wire that's wrapped around her finger. I don't think it says. I feel like it's silver. Take the silver wire that's wrapped around her finger and looking through Zarin, visualizing Zarin through his door is gonna cast message to be like, Hey, are you up?
You up?
Zarin, are you up?
10:30 a.m. You up?
Getting no response. Seraphina's gonna get up and go over to the door. She's gonna get up and go over to the door and lightly knock on it. Zarin. Are you awake?
Yes, Serafina.
Well, you didn't respond, so I wasn't sure.
I apologize. I was deep in thought.
To leave you with those thoughts? Is it...
No, it was okay. What do you need?
Can I open the door?
He nods. Yeah, I'll get up and go and like open the door and be like, yes.
So we're having a plan of action meeting and feel like you should probably be there because you're part of this group.
Okay. Well, what plan of action have you decided on?
You know, you can just say excuse me and I'll move out of the way. You don't gotta push past me.
So
I am gonna go talk to my friends about, and she kind of like motions back behind her, and also the collection agency, and also report back that I forgot to do something.
Okay.
What'd you forget to do?
The whole thing with the squawk. I didn't tell you that because I thought I would remember, but I did not. So I'll start communicating better in hopes that my friends can help me.
You should. Yeah, that sounds like a good idea. I love you, Ophelia, but you can be a little scatterbrained sometimes. Not that I really have room to talk. Love you,
I
though.
understand that. Yes, love you too. Thank you.
Welcome.
So I don't think that there is any harm in inquiring to your people about these things. But I feel like I sort of motion over to Jalaipi. In this case in particular, I think that it is tricky because what it is that we are asking about is something that doesn't exist in history because it existed before history. And so I think it will be tricky to find anyone that has actual knowledge on this subject. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, yeah, but it still doesn't hurt to ask. The worst they can say is no.
Yeah, my friends are from all over, maybe.
I understand, but I don't think they are from like all over the timeline of this world. But I am more just saying this to not have your hopes get too full.
That's okay. I still got to take care of some stuff, but is there anything else you want me to talk to them about? Who knows what I could pick up?
Not that I can think of, no. I mean, I think also I don't think anyone at the Quiver will have any insight to this situation, but they might have different resources or people that we might be able to talk to, which is similar to what you are going to be asking your people. So,
Speaking of your people, Zarin.
I mean, technically it is our people because you all signed the contract, but okay, yes.
Ophelia
You all.
didn't, but but I mean you people as in like you know more of them. Anyway, do they have any like or maybe know any like teachers of arcane ways that can offer guidance?
Not as a rule. The quiver is I am actually more of somewhat of an anomaly and as a member there because most of the members are more in the like martial sort of field. my talents are a little outside of what they normally deal with, and so not as much. But again, they might have knowledge of like a school or why do you need to be teaching?
I don't. And she glances over at Calliope. What is Calliope doing?
She is sort of like sitting on the end of the bed, like looking at y'all, sort of like that cutesy pose where she's like sipping something and then like kicking her feet in the air a little bit as she's just sort of listening to everyone talk. Since she's heard herself mentioned a couple times now.
Referenced, not mentioned.
Yeah.
Not very
Yeah.
stealthily.
Yeah.
This is a conversation that I would like to have just the four of us. So, can
Go
we
outside?
Yeah.
go either
You
go
want me to leave?
outside or no, you can stay. We can either go outside or maybe go
Thank God.
in the room that Zarin let me go in last night.
You're not gonna talk about killing me, right?
No,
No,
actually,
no,
Okay.
no, no,
All right.
no,
Actu-
no.
Just had to check.
actually, no. Yeah,
Okay.
no, that's but it's just a matter that I am very private about, and no offense, but I don't know you well enough to extend the level of information that I am about to present to these fine folk.
That's okay.
You technically
There's
know
lots of things you don't know about me, and I don't know them either.
You technically know Calliope longer than Currick by like 10 minutes.
But I've been traveling with
true.
you guys. I've been
Yeah,
traveling
right.
with you guys.
We,
The
Kurk
bonds
and
of
I have
fire.
shared. I was gonna say we have shared trauma at this point, Kurk
Yeah.
and I. So there's a little bit
Trauma
of bond that's forged there. Yeah, a trauma bond. We saw
Oh,
some
God.
weird monstrosities. So let's go in the room because I also don't want like anybody passing by to hear. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll stay here. I'm gonna kind of stand
So-
close to the door to make sure no one tries to open it. By no one, I mean Calliope.
Yeah, I mean she's not going to.
Yeah.
She
I know.
doesn't
She's
want
not
to
gonna. That
leave.
means
She
she has to
doesn't.
get out of bed. But
Exactly, that's what I was gonna say. She doesn't want to leave bed. Okay. So like Seraphina's like you can see her like trying to figure out her words. So do you guys remember, well, not you, Kurrick, if you weren't there. But do you guys remember when that wax finger we found? Remember that? Yeah?
Mhm.
Cool. So I ate it.
you ate a finger.
I'm so jealous. You didn't share?
It wasn't great.
Oh, well,
TBH.
That doesn't
it
sound.
was a
great.
finger. It's not very meaty.
Covered in wax.
Yeah, little
but I
cheeses
did.
without unwaxing it. Awful.
Ugh. Yeah, it was kind of like that. But I ate it, and since I ate it, I have. Is Kit's DM? Is Kit's like
Mhm.
well known to an extent in the world?
I don't know. It's been a long time. So I think it's more of like it's almost sort of like a rogue, like
It was
folklore.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, you're right. You did
Mhm.
describe it as that.
Yeah.
There is this like in the like undergrounds of the sneaky sneak stuff that I do. There's this woman person that is known as Kits, and she's kind of like a legend for
Hmm.
us rogues. She is inside me in a way now.
Like
Um,
like Autoptra's inside me? Like,
no, I don't know. I don't know how your relationship is in that way.
what do you mean you
More,
don't know how my relationship is in that way?
I mean, like, does Autoptra like guide you to different locations to pick up things, or talk to you in your mind, and like you can almost like physically feel them inside of you with their little fox mask and like their cheekiness?
Well, he's not a fox, but yes. The warmth embrace of his cold arms, yes.
That's a way to describe it.
Yeah, I wouldn't really describe it like that. But
People think when you're bleeding out that you like get like cold, but you actually want really warm. So cold can be warm.
True.
right.
Anyways,
Cool.
continue. Sorry.
This yeah, so like this like foxy this foxy elf lady has been talking and communicating. She It was a real big remember when we were in the cave just, like less than a week ago? And I doubled over in pain.
Mm-hmm.
That was in relation to her.
Oh.
Oh.
Because I don't know how to say this next part and how this connects to why I needed to talk to you in privately without Calliope being able to hear, because it does kind of relate to Calliope. So I'm just gonna say it all at once. So her grandma is Magali and her great aunt is Izanami, and like they're all kind of connected. And so like there was like a whole like reawakening thing of seeing them. And then I talked to Kits last night because I was like, hey, you know this magic stuff and you've given me information. Do you know anything about Calliope? And so she decided to tell me, not decided to tell me, she told me that Calliope magic kind of comes from Magali, but like so does a lot of things, like many things in magic kind of resort back to her. But anyway, she was saying that that Calliope left unchecked might turn into a problem for us, and she might like go kind of like down a path of darkness in a way. So that, Zarin, is why I'm asking about a teacher, because like she, and I point out to like where Calliope is, she needs some guidance. But we don't really have the time to do the guidance. And Kit said that maybe I should be the one to do the guidance. But again, we don't really have the time because there's a lot on our plate, which is why I made the whole analogy before about like taking the thing off of the plate and putting it into a bowl and giving it to someone else. And maybe we can just check in on it. So yeah.
Oh no.
I knew it.
You knew it?
Seraphina,
I didn't
breathe.
know it, but I felt it. I felt it.
What do you mean?
That's
You're talking about Kits or Calliope?
Calliope. It's nice
Oh,
that
I
your
thought-
friend gave you this information. Wait, are they your friend or are they like your patroness?
Well, okay, so not in the way that you have a patron.
Mhm.
It's a different relationship. I have a different kind of sort of patron. It's not Kit. It's not Kit. Kit, I don't know if I would call her a friend, but she's there. And she
Inside
offers
you.
and she offers some guidance. That's how like when we were in the mountains and when we found the elf guy that had the that was with the ice, and we found the wand, and she pulls it, she like grabs the wand off of her hip, and the the other thing that I think I gave to Keurig, the cape. Was there a cape? There was a cape, wasn't there?
The cloak of displacement.
Yeah. And
Yes, that's mine.
and the cape, and points to Keurig. She was why I knew to go that direction. There was a little voice that whispered, "Hey, maybe you should check out down that way." So it's not necessarily another patron, because I already have a patron, kind of. We're working out the schematics of that, and she like taps the book that she's got like tied up to her hip. Working out the schematics of that, but I kind of already have a patron, so it's not her. But there's like another form of consciousness that's inside of me, and also she wants me to eat more of her fingers.
Ew.
But you said it's gross.
But she
You hear a little
also-
chuckle that comes from Seraphina's body, but not from her mouth. When you say, but you said it's gross.
Ophelia immediately like,
Does
hello?
okay, my question is, does Seraphina herself hear the chuckle?
Yes,
Okay.
all of them. But yeah, it's an audible to other people. Yeah.
I didn't like that.
Find it.
Y'all heard that laugh, right? Right?
Uh-huh.
Am I going
Yeah.
crazy?
No,
Uh,
no. I think that was your friend. Or whatever.
I mean, I feel like I know it was her because I know that it came from inside of me, and she's. Listen, the fox mantle for her is right because she's a sly little thing. I have much experience with foxes. So. Yes, they did say it was gross, but she wants me to eat more. I don't know to what end other than more stealthiness powers, maybe? Uh, so yeah. Feel like you're all looking at me like I'm crazy now.
No.
I heard it. Wait, is that why you had a weird face like a little while back? Like I don't know if you know this, but like your face looked like a fox. I didn't want to bring it up because I didn't want you to feel insecure. But I did see your face act a little weird one time.
That's news to me.
Uh-oh.
I'll make a perception, Ophelia. As you're saying this, you do see like whiskers and like little fox markings like on Seraphina's face for a second.
I look at Seraphina, but I'm not talking to Seraphina. I'm like, are you talking to me?
Yes, we're having a conversation.
Not you, your friend.
She stops responding.
Lame. Okay. Well, that's. I look forward to getting to know our newest member. I don't know, Seraphina. This is the weirdest thing I've seen. I think.
Weirdest thing you've seen? I've been to the Feywild. This is pretty fucking weird.
You went inside your own belly.
I went inside myself. Like, inside myself. I saw my inner organs. I don't want to ever see my own organs. They're on the inside for a reason.
All right, everyone make a perception check.
So, 1 second, review.
Okay.
So, Calliope is not exactly possessed, but is in being influenced by a creature that is related to Megali. Is what you said?
No. So I
Her powers are from a similar source, yes? And
yes.
it is safe to assume that this Lethargos that we defeated is sort of what is the same thing that gave the Lethargos power is giving Jalaipi power.
I feel like I asked about that. I don't remember the answer though. DM.
Yeah.
It's what was giving Lethargos powers is what's giving Calliope powers?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
And we have seen, as with Penfluitius, that this power is not as much corrupting, but is transformative. Yes, it transforms the host, if you will, to the will and the will the form and the like almost personality and will of the thing that is possessing them. Yes, this is what we saw with Penfluitius, with the scalpel, and with Lethargos, and this extreme state that Jalaipi is moving towards. Yes.
Mhm.
So it seems that these entities that spawn from or are related to Megali all have this sort of want to find hosts in this world, to find things or people in this world to embody that they can embody. Yes.
I mean,
It's like,
in a way, yes, but I don't necessarily feel like that's what Calliope is about. Like, as it stands right
You're-
now, she just wants to
You are
sleep.
correct. You are correct. That is not what I'm talking about, though. As I look towards you.
Fucking shit! I don't want to be a goddamn vessel!
Oh.
hmm.
Uh-oh.
Did y'all not get that until I said it?
No, I got it. But Ophelia
I've
is
been
now just
yeah, this is
catching up.
Kirk's. This is Kirk's
Okay.
response. No, I
She's only
got it.
seen like little hints.
Kirk didn't know about this until about 5 minutes ago, so he's like,
You're just sort of
Um,
taking it in.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's how I would be in the adventure situation. I'd be like, wow, that's all crazy. Now let me go sit over there and process it. I don't.
He's like, he didn't put the vessel thing together until it was said. It's like, oh, wait a minute, shit.
Yeah. Seraphina and Sherilyn did not put the vessel thing together until Zarin said that.
Love you.
Oh, yeah.
Seraphina's gonna go real quiet after her outburst. And even though she just talked about not wanting to see her insides again, she's gonna try to connect to Kit.
Ophelia's gonna be watching.
And Kirk's gonna be paying
Um,
attention as well.
She's gonna
Yeah.
like lean against one of the tables that's in there and be like, Kit, question. If you're receiving this,
It takes a second, and then you, Ophelia, Zarin. Actually, you'd all see it pretty easily because you're watching her. You do see sort of like out of the side of Seraphina's face, like a little like fox muzzle pops out of it, like a little like ethereal one.
Seraphina's eyes are closed, so if they have any reaction, she does not see it.
And Seraphina, you would hear, instead of coming from inside of you, like sort of like next to your ear, you hear, "Do you need something?"
I have a question that's going to seem a little redundant for you. It's the first question of actually a couple of questions that I have. Remind
Of
me again
course.
why you want me to eat more of your fingers?
Oh, yes, I heard your little conversation. Don't worry. I
Uh-huh.
don't want your body. If you eat enough fingers, I get mine back.
How many is enough? Because they were right. When I said before it was gross, it was gross. So how many is enough? First of all, because like, do I have to eat all 10? Or I guess do I have to eat
No.
9 more of your fingers? Really?
No, thumbs aren't fingers.
If Seraphina can roll her eyes at her, she does. Do I have? Okay. Do I have to eat all 7 of the other fingers and your 2 thumbs?
No, lucky you. There's only 3 more you'd have to eat.
Lucky you.
Just the right hand.
Just the right hand. Okay. You don't want to use me as a... What happened?
Hmm?
Fucking shit. Why me?
I don't know. You just ate me not that long ago. I haven't been around long enough to really figure that out. And then the snout sort of like draws back inside of Seraphina.
Good news, guys. I don't think she wants to use me as a vessel. Potentially bad news, she wants her own body back. I don't know if that's good or bad, considering she's the granddaughter of Magali. But like, when we were in the cave and I was having my whole intense pain, I felt like I was being stabbed repeatedly. She didn't necessarily seem like thrilled to be seeing her family. I don't think. The good news, she doesn't want to be in me forever. I guess that's the good news out of this. I gotta eat more fingers so she can get out.
Great.
I mean, I still worry no matter what, with just how powerful and how esoteric these entities are. Just because she is not aligned with Magali or does not like Magali, whatever, that does not mean it is good for her to exist in this plane. Just the what is it? The enemy of my enemy is my friend. It is not always the case. The enemy of my enemy might also be my enemy after the first enemy is no longer.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
I don't like you being in the middle of this. Is all.
You think I like being in the middle of it? I was just told that I would get the legend. Not told, I suppose, but the legend was, you... Kit's a legend amongst the shadow circles that I've ran in.
How did she become a legend?
How did she become a legend, DM? Because that was a long-ass time ago.
Like, what is she a legend for?
Yeah.
Last time ago that you gave me any of that information.
Oh, yeah. I mean, you could have me make up a story, or you can make up a story.
Oh.
Technically, her first exploits would be from before this world. Where she was actually a pirate.
Of course she fucking was.
Uh-huh.
That part doesn't
It's a personal
involve
attack against Sherilyn.
That part does not involve Sherilyn, I promise.
Okay.
No, but it
Wild
feels like
coincidence.
it feels like a personal attack.
No, but yeah, she was known as
she-
quite a raider and would, take on ships much larger than her size.
I mean, the legends that surround her is just that she's good at thievery. She's good at what she does that requires you to be sneaky and in the shadows, but also attacking on in a head front and raiding and accomplishing things that seem twice her size. Kind of, want that when you're a rogue. You want to be good at sneaking. You want to be able to accomplish tasks that seem twice your size, especially when you're on the solo run for a while. I think she had a ship in one of the legends. I'm not sure.
And you said her name was Kits? Ophelia is saying.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know if there is anything we can do about it now, but I just wanted to air my caution into the room.
Yeah. I appreciate the caution. Now I got more things to stress about. It's great.
Little snout. It's totally reasonable.
Do it again. Oh my gosh. Serafina, she seems fun.
Don't give her... I don't know. She can hear what we're saying.
We're not going to let anything happen to you, Serafina.
Appreciate that. Apparently I have 2 powerful foxes following me around now, though. So, there's that. But all of this is to say that with the information that I gleaned from Kits last night, we can't just leave Calliope to do whatever she wants. We need someone that can guide her. Kits said that left unchecked, as it seems like most things with this family's magic involved, it can go really badly for us, but that she might be able to be guided in a better direction. And while I think maybe we could provide that, we've got a lot on our plate already. So if anybody has any ideas on who could potentially help her and not be influenced by her as well, I'm all pointy ears.
If I knew, I would have given her away already, and I think we all know that.
Yeah, we do.
I mean, I don't think there is anyone in the city that we already know that we can trust enough with this. But it is possible that our best bet would be... I don't know. I mean, they're it is not like we can send you asking about like studying and training and stuff, Serafina. It is not like we can send her to boarding school. It is something that has to be
In boarding school, I'm saying, like, does anybody know a guidance counselor?
I mean, the closest thing would probably be the church, but that is, a different kind of indoctrination. but it needs one that is strong-willed, and that is hard to come by, especially when it is not a previously known contact. But I think we just need to look around. I don't think any of us have a connection already. No.
No, I can ask my friends about it.
Yes, that is asking around. That is not a connection
Yes.
of someone that you
But I'm just
specifically
saying,
know.
I will make sure to do so because I don't know anybody.
Your friends are probably not the people that we need to be asking. That will end poorly.
A wide range of people. They might
Yeah,
have connections.
Hey, Death Cult, you want a demigod that you can mold to your will?
Still gonna talk.
There are very responsible death cult.
Please don't mention anything to your death cult about what I told you here today about me.
No, I won't.
She's just trying to get rid of Calliope, I think.
That's number one priority, and also ownership and the fact that she did forget.
Uh, Sprout. Did you think when I said someone was trying to move in that I was talking about me or this other fox?
Jog Sherilyn's memory? What is that in reference to?
When you felt the immense pain in your stomach, Kit said something about, is someone else
about-
trying to get in here?
Yes.
Uh-huh.
I mean, I assumed, because you're already in me, that maybe it was the other fox. Is it someone else? Do I have someone else that's trying to possess me and use me as a vessel?
Maybe now's not the time?
No, now is definitely the time.
I mean, based on smell, pretty sure it's Great Aunt Izanami?
Oof. Oofta. It's not good.
Mm.
Hizanami is trying to use me. This is all being said inside Seraphina's head. She is not saying this out loud, but you can definitely see that she's freaking out.
The snout disappears from Seraphina's face, and she responds in your head, and she's like, I mean, that does seem to be what it smells and looks like. It seems like one of her seals.
But I thought this is Sherilyn. Actually, no, this is Seraphina. I thought Izanami had a vessel, has a body. She's wanting a more human body?
I guess. I've never seen her get what she wants.
Seraphina, doesn't collapse to the floor, but very defeatedly sits on the floor and just head in hands. Doesn't say anything, but
Here.
Ophelia's gonna wander up and put a hand on Seraphina's shoulder and go, You know,
Has
there's
Ophelia
one verse.
shrunk back down to normal size?
Yeah.
Okay.
Put her hand on Seraphina's shoulder and go, there is a thing that the cult taught me to get me through hard times, and it's the good Lord will put you to it, he'll put you through it. And you look like you're having a bad time, but have we gotten to talk about the good Lord Optoptra?
Hello, my name is Elder Price. I appreciate the effort and comfort that you are trying to put forth, Ophelia. But I don't think now is the time for me to collect another being. I have a collection going at the moment. And apparently there's a third one that would like to enter the chat.
Ophelia's just gonna slowly take her hand off and go, like, are you sure? 3?
Like a Ophelia or Seraphina's gonna pick her like she's gonna pick her head up and she's just blindly staring forward, like she's got a full 1,000-yard stare going on. Completely devoid of emotion as she talks. I am terrified. I didn't ask for any of this. I just want to find my dad. And I have a pact of sorts with an archfey. I have a basically living legend inside of me, and I have a being that wants to basically bring about mass destruction, wanting to be my vessel.
Zarin kept secrets, but you've been holding this in for a while, I think. That's a lot.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot going on already.
We'll
There
still
never
take care of
really
you.
felt like the time to say anything. I mean, my patron of sorts has been there for close to 2 decades now, so that's nothing new. But the living legend and her great aunt are definitely new.
Who gave
Seraphina-
blood?
Seraphina and Keurig.
Yep.
Seraphina is sitting there shell-shocked. She has no emotion on her face. She is completely monotone, 1,000-yard stare, and not seeing anything.
Kirk's gonna come up next to her and kind of get down on his knees by her side, giving space, but offering a clawed hand, and is like, this isn't gonna change anything. Not your goal, what we talked about, finding your father. I'm still gonna help you do that. And if I have to kill 1,000 gods to help you do that, I will. I won't let this hurt you.
Seraphina doesn't take Kurig's hand, but like puts her hand on his forearm and gives it a slight squeeze and makes eye contact with him and holds it for a second. Looks at Ophelia and makes eye contact with her. Looks at Zarin and makes eye contact with him before looking away. And then looking back at Zarin. Actually, before she looks back to Zarin, says, I need all of you to promise me something. And then she makes eye contact with Zarin. If she gets me, I need you to kill her, even if it means killing me. We cannot let this destruction through. I need you all to promise me that.
I promise. And I'll make it as easy as I can because I like you. I love you.
I'm going to try and find another way, but if there is no other way, I will do it as quick as I can, so you don't suffer at all. But I will find another way.
Serafina nods her head, but she hasn't broken eye contact with Zarin. Zarin, I need you to promise as well.
I don't like making promises like this.
I don't like asking it.
There is... We are so far from when this would matter, Serafina.
She already tried to push into me once. What's to say she won't succeed the next time?
She won't succeed the next time. You are stronger than this. And she already spent her best weapon, which is that you weren't expecting it. These... If you think about it, Serafina, we are fighting things that have already lost. We heard it. They have lost many times before. This is not the first time. This is not the tale of a conqueror that comes and is unstoppable. They are by definition stoppable. And we will stop them, that is all. We have done it before. Or people have done it before. He opens his book. Whoever wrote this did it before. The hunter. So, no, I'm not worried about this. You're stronger than you know, Serafina.
That's what I wanted to talk to you all about. I don't know what our next course of action is, but for the most part, that's everything that's been. Well, no. That's everything that's been going on with me for the last few weeks, months, whatever it's been at this point. Since we found that finger and started this journey, this portion of our journey. I think I need a moment alone, if you all wouldn't mind.
Yeah. Well, thank you for sharing, Seraphina.
Of course.
Yeah.
As you open the door to leave, you
Oh,
see
no.
Calliope has set up the stuffed animals outside the door. And instead of an owl, she has swapped it out for a little wolf.
I feel like Rufio's cheating.
Metagaming.
Metagamer. You're a metagamer, Rufio. You metagamed.
Sure, Calliope doesn't really know about your connection to wolves.
Yeah. So?
So,
Once
I metagamed
they
her. You're right.
once they all leave, Seraphina's gonna go over into the corner of the room and sit down and like wrap her arms around her knee and rest her head on her knees. Ollie's gonna go like underneath her knees on the ground. And she's just gonna sit and cry for a little bit.
Oh.
Well,
Of course, have an inspiration for your wonderful role play.
There are times when Sherilyn stops existing.
Oh.
No, it's
here,
fantastic.
take this inspiration.
No, I wish I could give you something more.
Yeah. Those tears were not Sherilyn's tears. Those were Seraphina's.
Oh.
You have to understand, we've never had like genuine drama in a D&D campaign before.
If there's one
the
thing,
people there's like some, but the people are not serious enough most of the time.
if there's one thing you can always count on me to do, Rufio, both in D&D and in life, it's bring the drama.
Oh God.
Rachel can attest to that.
That's why we're
Yeah,
friends.
it's a buy-in issue, Rufio. It's not a buy-in. It's a seriousness issue. You know, we got a little bit of it with like Joe and Baker to some extent, but
Yeah,
you
I
know,
have
there
trouble
was-
being serious for too long.
but
It's a lot on me.
it was but yeah, we had a little bit too high of a like undercutting joking section.
Yeah.
And like there's only like Joe and Baker were probably good at like the serious RP.
Whereas,
And like she obviously, you know, Sherilyn's very good at it. I don't know if I'm good at it or not. I probably am.
I just have trouble staying in it. I just always constantly undercut myself.
Yeah. But I'll put it this way, Zaren's very good at it. I don't know about other characters, but Zaren's good because that's just how he is.
Theater training's got to be used for something. Not on a stage, so I'll use it in D&D.
I'm gonna look at everybody sans Calliope now that we're out, and I'm gonna go, well, I think I'm gonna go talk to my people. And then we'll just meet back here.
Why can't I talk to your people?
I got a lot of questions. I gotta fill out some paperwork. It's gonna take a while. You don't want to be there. You could just be in bed.
That's fair. You're right.
You made this nice bed and you want to get out of it right now?
Oh, nice. Do you want to try it? It's so nice.
No, it's
Did
perfect
you
for
try your bed?
you.
It's
It was delightful. I saw the dirt in the mattress. Very kind of you.
yeah. Thought you would like that.
Yeah, very, very sweet. Very. But you don't want to leave this right now? No. Very unlike you. Just rest. Just rest.
No.
I'm gonna look back at Zarin and Kirk. I'm gonna go, like, I can do this.
You're gonna get a thumbs up from Kurik.
Then she's out for whatever.
For sure. Boom. No, we can do that.
Nope.
At the moment. Unless someone else has something really, really important to do, but I don't
No.
think so. Yeah,
I
same.
mean,
Not me.
we have in-game things that we need to do in the morning that are not this, but we
Oh,
can do
yeah.
this first.
Oh, the guild
I
thing?
mean, like, I
Mhm.
kind of want to like talk with Jalopy for a little bit, but I don't want to
Okay.
take up
I
more
mean, if you're
time with
staying here,
Jalopy
then
in the
yeah.
story
Oh, okay.
right now.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
I mean, there's more Calliope time about to happen with the cult, so if you want to
Yeah.
do some Calliope stuff right now, you might as well get it out of the way.
No, do the cult stuff. That's fine.
Yeah.
We're here for the
I'm here
cult
for the
stuff?
cult stuff.
I want to see the cult stuff.
Yes, Ophelia, you of course find yourself walking into the cult, feeling like a rock star. There's Ophelia, woo! Did you get the squonk?
We'll talk about it later. Woo! And then I think I was talking to this person. Like, this person was the person who dispatched me.
Uh-huh.
Okay, amazing.
Yeah, he's the leader of the cult. What's his name again?
I
He's your
don't
leader. I'm
remember.
sure you know it.
I
I don't know if he for sure had a name.
I think I did. I was just like, you know what? I'm gonna go see the cult today. And I think I sprang it on you. Yeah.
But yeah, you find him sitting behind his desk, and he says, "Oh, Ophelia, wonderful to see you."
How are you? She's nervous, obviously. She's like,
You know, doing good, making some good progress. The
Mhm.
the city comptroller, he's pretty close to killing himself.
no way.
Yeah. I
What?
fucking hate that guy. It's
Oh.
taken a while. I've really gone after his life. Like, I've ruined his finances. I've ruined his marriage. His kids hate him. He is just at the end of his rope.
Oh, that's astounding. What did he do?
Oh, he damaged some of the flowers near the end of our path up to our house.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
God. So inconsiderate. It's people, you know what I mean? Just
But also, I'll be able to move one of the guys into his position when he, takes out.
that's so smart. We'll have more
Mhm.
friends.
Exactly. You need friends in high places.
Exactly. My other friends don't get that. They're like, "Oh, we don't know." Yada yada, but we know, right? We got good people.
Exactly.
Yeah. So, first of all, I went on a little adventure with my friends, right? I typically
Yeah.
don't tell them about our business, you know what I mean? Because I don't know how you feel about me spreading the word in that way. But we got there.
Use your discretion.
Yeah. But we got to where we were going, and I'm not going to lie to you. There was this beautiful nest filled with vulture eggs and these giant vultures.
Yes.
Yeah.
Amazing.
But they were being attacked.
Oh no.
Awful.
Were you able to save them?
Yes. We managed to bring some like carcasses for them to snack on, and hopefully they will make it. But in
Oh,
all
wonderful.
of my upset, because you know I love birds, especially those birds.
Of course.
They're my favorite. Yeah. I forgot about the squonk.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
I feel really bad.
Yeah. Hmm. That's okay. That's okay. I'm sure, like, we can find something else for you to get.
Yeah.
Do you know where you're heading next, or?
You know what? That is something that I kind of wanted to talk about because
Yeah.
there's been a lot that has happened that we haven't been able to catch up with.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so I've been on a lot of adventures. It's really great with my little troop of friends. But we retrieved this girl from one of our adventures and she ate the flesh of the god she worshipped.
How did she get it?
He died and then she just found his body and snacked on it.
You Like, you found her and it was dead, or like?
We killed it.
You killed a fucking god? That's crazy.
Lethargos. It's Lethargos. It's
Wow.
nobody important, except now
Oh
he
my
is
God.
important. Yes.
That's crazy.
This is what happens when I don't check in often. Okay, I get it.
Ah. He sort of like scrolls, like he's in like a wheelie chair, and you see him like push off to one of his bookshelves, and he's like looking through all of his books trying to see. Do you know like what he's related to, so I can try to find more information?
Yes, Magali.
Magali. That must be something obscure. Doesn't ring any bells off the top of my head. But
Super
he like
old, pretty destructive,
pushes
scary.
off to the other side of his bookshelf. The token is. Is there? Well, I'll definitely keep looking into this for you if I find anything. But is there any questions you had specifically?
She's getting a little too big for her pants. She's getting stronger, and it's in a way that
Well, yeah,
it's
she
not
ate
good.
part of a god.
Yeah.
Lethargos. Not a god,
Yeah.
I guess? Is that what you're trying to say?
Yeah, no longer. But
Okay.
maybe he's living in her. I don't know. This is very confusing for me. But we got a tip that if she's left unchecked, she could become really not good. And
That makes
that she
sense.
needs guidance. I don't think we are the group to guide her.
I mean, okay, fine. Are you asking if we know somebody?
Yeah, like maybe I don't know, someone who's patient, maybe made of stone, can't fall asleep.
Good, it was empty. I thought I spilled my water. uh, oh gosh, I'd have to think about that a little. We have a lot of people we know, but this is a pretty unique situation. Uh, uh, is there what type of work would this person be doing directly? What would they be? What would their goals be with this Lethargos eater? What was her name again?
Calliope.
Calliope.
She's from like an old, super old family. It's complicated. Um, she
The
is
rich family?
essentially.
Shouldn't they be able to help you?
I don't think that they know she's alive.
From the tone, I'm guessing you don't think they would care if they found out.
I don't think so. I think it would be more shocking. She's been away for a long. She draws it out for a while time.
See. Unnaturally long.
Yes.
Okay. Interesting. That might be a little bit above us, I'm afraid. But if anything develops, please let us know. I'll keep looking into doing research. We know some good contacts for finding out weird ancient things. In fact, we have a good lead on a relic related to Otoptera that we might ask you about soon.
Yes?
Yeah, we just need we're doing a little bit more digging on that.
Okay, that's super exciting. I love that. In your opinion, if Calliope goes unchecked, what happens to people who eat the flesh of a god?
Um, usually it's that their strength sort of affects things around them. I think it would be the main concern. That and if they don't know what they're doing, it might just be negatively. If they can control it, it might be good. But they're bound to affect their surroundings.
Is there a way to make it, like, stop?
Killing her?
Oh. I don't think that's my decision to make. Another question I have. We, on our last little adventure, have run into the name the Collection Agency.
Oh, yes. I know this group. We have some contacts that have tried to get some information from them, but they're quite secretive.
Yeah, for sure. We ran into someone who we thought was in it. But I don't know necessarily if it was all him. It's a little complicated. He got introduced to it and then he became somebody else. Is there anything that we know, like you can pass on to me?
See, are you like looking for them, or how to find them, or
Kind of all information.
I
Yeah.
just know they seem to deal with the most sort of secretive of knowledge. We know they're up to something, but we have no idea what it is. They also seem to have, from the few times we've seen them in action that I've heard about, they tend to capture creatures instead of killing them.
Yeah, and then they fuse them into different monsters. That's what was attacking the baby birds. Kind of. No. It was giant eagles. Yes. Might be.
That's
But they took
also
the
not what
vulture wings.
that's also not what they do. That was what Vodemir did, but that was his thing, not the collection agency.
Thank you.
Pinfluitius was part of the collection agency, but Valdemir is part of Magali.
All these names. I'm trying to keep
All
up with
those
them. I
names.
appreciate you. Yes. We've learned a lot of names
That's why,
recently.
it's one of those weird things where it's like sometimes I do try to name things more simple stuff, but it undercuts things when you do it, and
Yeah.
like you give out all these complicated names, and like
I mean,
it is just
it's
a
a
lot
matter.
to keep track of.
It's less about being complicated. It's more about being grokkable, being able to like see a name and as a symbol and like be able to hold that in your set. Because like Pinfluitius is a stupid, dumb, complicated name that nobody ever remembers. But because it's silly and like flows well, you could say it easily. It's easy to remember. Whereas something like Kutrak is
Katak.
yeah,
That's fine. Katak is easy to say. Katak.
yeah. But yeah, it's a matter of like if you can like anchor a name easy enough in your head.
Yeah.
But names are hard, y'all. It's the single hardest thing about DMing.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm like, this guy's connected to
That
Izunami, who's connected to Magali, who's connected to kids. And I'm like, I feel like Charlie, and It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
Oh.
But continue.
And one last thing. a long, long time ago in episode 8, I talked to this very nice lady, and she promised me the same thing that I wanted from Optoptra. I would get a piece of flesh if I gave her these gloves, and I put a
No,
scroll
you're
on it.
getting a
I'm pretty
wand for
sure.
that.
Oh, and then getting it. Okay, cool beans.
The wand was
I
for
just kind
Uber.
of. That's true. Oh yeah, because then it's related to the Dashkin. I read it very
Right,
quickly
related.
today.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Do you know anything that's up with that? Do you know anything about Zilia?
You met Zilia? Oh
Yes.
my fucking god! Then you met someone who ate their god's flesh. What was she like?
She was really nice. She was
Oh.
really chill. Maybe not
Oh.
necessarily to our former travel companion, but he wasn't doing too well with her anyways. That wasn't on her. But Zilia was very, very nice.
Oh. Huh. Well, that's good. Guess that's one positive sign. But you owe her those gloves and you forgot about it?
Yeah, it's
That does
been
seem bad. I would suggest getting her the gloves.
okay. Okay,
Yeah.
so I should do okay.
Probably.
Okay. All right. All right, that sounds great. Just making sure
Yeah.
everything sounded up to snuff. But you'll
Yeah, no, I would
research.
be terrified to, yeah. I would guess that if you don't get her those gloves, you'll probably hear about it soon.
Shit. Okay, yeah, that's great. Amazing.
Yeah.
Ophelia just now remembering she forgot to turn in her fucking thesis on time.
Oh no.
like a year and a half past time.
What was it about again?
I do need to look up how I was supposed to. Were we supposed to meet up with her, or is it I supposed to just
No,
send
she
it to
did
her?
give you a scroll for
Okay.
sending it. Yeah.
All right. I believe I still have that scroll. All right. All right. I will go back to Zaren's house and do that. Yeah. Anything you want me to do, especially like in repayment for not doing what I was supposed to do the first time?
Nothing in city that we really would need your help with at the moment, too specifically. But if you let us know where you're going, we might be able to find something. So just come back once you have a plan.
I will. And you're gonna research that whole Magali stuff for me, right?
Yes, I will look into that. Cause
Thank you.
that's. I mean, you like. So like, are you gonna like get her to be your little minion, and then you control a demigod?
Ophelia is literally sitting like it just dawned on her that if she was just a little bit nicer.
Ophelia hears somewhere in her head, you just hear Seraphina go, "No."
She also, at the same time, it's also a voiceover from Seraphina saying she needs guidance, and you're not there to keep her in check. So she's like, you know what?
I know.
I'm gonna go back to Zaren's house. You know, you've helped me, as always. You guys help me see things in a completely different light, and I really appreciate that. That's why I love us. You know.
Oh yeah. You know, it's a strong community we have. We really support each other.
Yeah, it's very sweet.
Yeah.
Amazing. Well, thank you, and I will be back eventually.
Yeah, and as you are leaving, you do see him like writing the name Magali down and like looking through like these contact lists he has, and it's sort of like from the paper you see it like wisping off magically towards those contacts.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Then I am gonna rifle around and just see if anybody has a potion they want to give or anything that I can pick up in case we them going to the quiver and getting stuff. I'm trying to see if I can get some stuff.
Oh yeah.
Stuff is reserved for people that do their fucking missions.
They
Mhm.
still love me. Thank you.
They do. I mean, most of these people aren't adventurers, so they don't really have adventuring supplies. You'd mostly like if you needed someone to help you like get out of jail. There's some lawyers in the cult. Like if
Uh,
like they'll help you if you get into more get into
lawyers would
crimes
be in a
or like
death cult.
white collar stuff. Yeah. Yeah.
Collar stuff, that's hilarious. Awesome. I want to say hi to all my friends before I head out. And I head back to Saren's house because I'm pretty sure for Ophelia, they're like, she's like, they got it. They don't need me.
Yeah. Yeah, Zarin, what have y'all guys been doing?
I mean, technically, I think we
you wanna
need to
go to
go to
the
the
guild?
quiver first thing,
Cool.
but if we want to
Yeah.
wait till like Ophelia gets back, just so she can be in the scene, like we can do that. Or if Ophelia wants to meet us at the quiver.
Yeah, that would be fine.
We can start. I'll intercede when I see y'all walking.
Where is? Oh, there's Seraphina. Here's Ollie.
No, we gotta start at the path, Rufio. We gotta get all the way back to the path.
Popcorn or Winter Wolf Pub?
Usually I do. Don't I have him in my pocket dimension,
Oh, okay.
so you don't gotta worry about him. I can also pull and delete mine, so don't worry about doing mine.
Sure.
What's the general vibe of the guild today?
Roll a d20. It seems somber, kind of down. Some disappointment in the members. Seems like maybe some of the people here like came back from a mission they failed.
Oof.
Weird. Who does that?
Yeah.
So yeah, we'll go to Victor, knock on the door, or just barge in there.
No, just come in.
Where'd Rachel go?
If it isn't my favorite group,
Hold on.
glad you-
Rachel.
I'm here.
I
My stuff
see.
wasn't loading, so I had to.
Okay,
Get
I
out
was like,
and-
Rachel disappeared. Where'd she go?
I'm here.
Good morning, Victor.
How did everything go? Were you able to recover this McStavius fellow?
So I am certain that you already know this because you
Right,
saw
the
it
body's
this morning.
outside.
But we were McStavius was how do you say, too far gone to recover with life still in his body.
That's right. He didn't seem to have a face when they showed me him for processing.
Yes, he had his face. It was just fucked up.
No, it sloughed off. It was held together
Oh,
by thread.
it's still there. It's in the tarp. The face is
Okay,
there.
it's in there. Okay.
We need the
It was
face
just
for
saggy.
we need the face for identification purposes to get paid. Otherwise, we just gave him a body. Be like, yeah, no, we found him.
We got
yeah,
him.
no,
This
it just
is the
doesn't.
guy.
It is a longer story than how he came to be in the state he is, but we can get into it if you are ready.
Yeah, I think this would be an okay time for that.
So, McStavius was, how do you say, he was under the influence of an entity. He had found, and I believe we heard this from the reports from his coworker, but he was found. He found an artifact from a different time, we'll say, and this sort of invited in a presence that took over his form. So what he was now and is not McStavius, the one who did all this.
I see. This was whatever had taken him over.
Yes, exactly.
It's unfortunate.
But I mean, you said his family was quite wealthy, yes?
Yes, we do know the Penfluicius family is quite wealthy, and I believe his coworker said that the family tended to fund those expeditions.
Yeah, I mean, if they are as wealthy as they say, then they most likely can reconstitute his form. They have the means. I know
Good,
it is not as as good to bring him whole, but it is what had to be.
I understand. Yes, it is. Sometimes it's just not possible to get things
I,
done
I,
as
I mean, then it is.
optimistically as you might hope.
I mean, then and more to the point, it was necessary to break his hold, the hold that this entity had on him, which I do believe is now broken.
It's good.
So,
It's not a concern of bringing him back to life. Is that what you're
no,
worried about, or?
well, I'm saying the artifact that he had recovered is in our possession and no longer should have a hold over him.
And you're all okay? Do we need to get checked out by any clerics, or I guess you have a cleric, so you probably have that
Well,
handled.
well. No, it is safely within a bag.
You're muted.
I healed you. At least once.
Oh my god, Ophelia is like Donald Duck in Kingdom Hearts.
Uh-oh.
Oh my god.
No.
Oh no. I'm accidentally Dolan.
Dolan.
But yes, we have a cleric, I believe.
Yeah.
There is. We are we're fine on that front.
But there is more. The how do you say the questions go deeper than just that though. There is this force that is acting out in this world that is very troubling, Victor.
What do you mean, Zarin?
There have been several things that we have fought, several things that we've seen, things we have talked to that talk of a entity, and I open my book and sort of flip the page and move it over to him. This Megali Diaphthora. I assume you have not heard of this name.
I don't know it, but if it's in your fancy book, it's probably important.
They seem to be this Megali and the spawn of it seem to be some sort of either deity or unfathomably powerful entity from a previous version of this world. They seem to have somehow found a way to bypass the end of that world, or rather they caused the end of that world to remake it into this one. And I think they have done this multiple times before, from what we have gathered.
Well, that definitely doesn't sound good.
No, it does not.
I'll make sure to keep an ear out. If we hear that
Did he jump up
name,
there?
we'll make sure to get people to check into it as quickly as we can and notify you of it.
Sorry, Salem was on her desk and I was paying
okay.
attention there.
He's saying, yes, well, I'll make sure to take a note of that name as you see him like write it down while looking from your book. And if we hear anything, we'll make sure to send people out as quickly as we can and have, of course, reach out to you about it.
Yeah, and I have I have a list of names and places and things that I would like to do some more research into. Do we have any contacts at a repository of knowledge or something of this sort?
Yes, we should be able to get you into one of the church's libraries. They would have the most literature, I think, related to this.
Because what I fear is that since this creature, this entity, sort of exists outside of history, yes? Like they don't exist from within. They are almost extra historical, if that makes sense. And so if there is another, like I agree, I would like to look in this library as well. But I would also think a source that is not related to the church would be good as well. Because I feel like, I don't know, I have this feeling in my stomach, Victor, that the deities of this world, like, they don't make sense if with knowing what we know of this Megali, the fact that there are deities in this world does not make sense to me, and that is troubling.
Interesting.
But it is also not something that can be researched in the library of a church.
No, that's a good point. That's a good point.
Right? Am I crazy? I kind of look around to the others in the group. Like, this is a little worrying with what we know, right?
Yeah, a little bit.
Seraphina
Yeah.
nods.
You see Victor like cross his arms and scratch his chin as he thinks, and he goes,
Because either our gods are the deities of this world, and they have let this happen, or this Megali is the deity of this world, and if that is the case, then what are our gods? Right? Like there is a question there that the answer is not known. But they cannot both be gods, because then why does one let the other happen? When this force acts outside of the normal rules.
if I had to think of one place maybe that might have what you're looking for, I'd have to get into contact, see if the Swift Quiver family might let you into their personal library.
Woo! That's important. That's related to my dad.
Yeah, it's the family that yeah.
That his last known contact in the city was with the Swift Quiver. Woo! 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 Woo!
Hmm.
You
Are
see,
Yeah.
Seraphina, like, she's been kind of like, she's still reeling from the conversation this morning. So
You've been going through
she's,
some shit.
yeah. So, like, she hasn't really, like, not necessarily, like, zombie, but definitely, like, going through the motions, and everything. But she does kind of perk up a little bit at the name drop. But, like, in a way that, like, she does it and then kind of pulls back a little bit to not, like, reveal her hand in, like, the connection there. She doesn't want it to seem suspicious.
If there's
Don't be suspicious.
there's any family that has records of some powerful creatures that others might not know about, it would be them.
Very well. Yes, like I said, I would like to research with both of those places.
Good.
That
We'll have to
being
get
said,
you in, of course. They're not
Is-
always receptive to people they don't know just coming into their house.
Is there any other things that we had to speak with him on? I looked at the rest of the group.
Nothing I can think of.
I don't think so.
Do you want to ask him about guidance of Calliope?
I mean, there's other stuff, but yeah. That is one of them. We have, like I said, we've recovered the relic that has caused Mixtavius's predicament.
Yes.
I
we
don't
checked
know
it out.
what is the best course of action to handle it. It is insidious and powerful.
If we're looking for some way to contain it, I know in the past we've had some people sent over to Fabled Files for them to try and find some way to contain magic items. The
Okay.
artificer there is pretty talented.
Oh, I was gonna say the fucking potion shop.
Yeah, it's attached to an artificer shop.
Okay. Well, we will look there then and see what they have.
Sounds good.
The payment for the recovery of
Yes.
Davis's body.
Yes. Unfortunately, we did have trouble getting into much contact with the Penfluicious family. They seemed confused by our writings at first, and so we're sending someone over there. But we were able to get that money together for you as promised.
What do you mean they were confused?
Well, they didn't seem to know where that son was on some excursion in the mountains.
But he is related to them, yes. Like it was not. Oh, that is not my son.
I mean, they haven't seen the face yet, right? Or did they? Yeah, they haven't come to look at it.
No, I'm saying like the you talking to them, like when
Yes,
you
they,
sent letters, like they didn't say, "Oh no,
oh.
this is not my kin."
No, they seemed to say that he was studying at university.
Like they've heard from him recently and they knew that, or
No, I mean I know. Do you not I mean I know what's going on here. I am not. This is not surprising to me. What you say, Victor?
No.
No, I
So
think.
I'm surprised I didn't bring it up earlier when you mentioned the body. I probably should have said this then.
Yeah, I think Mixtavius was working for a different organization that we want to get in contact with, and that is a organization that does not broadcast their whereabouts and their goings on very loudly. Collection agency, Ophelia.
yeah.
Well, damn. I was
it?
hoping. Huh?
Cover up story.
Yeah. He just fucking lied to his parents. It's fine. Well, damn. I was gonna try and get a buy-in to talk with that group if it was from their family. That was my plan there. But yeah, I think he was entangled with some other less than public figures and groups. And so
Understand. Saying
we did recover his. No, I think he worked for this collection agency that we spoke of.
That makes sense. I saw the black suit.
Yeah, we have his journals, I believe. That should I mean, we need to look through it still, but it's also really damn good proof that this is their son. So
It would be.
yeah. So I mean, like, I'll say we'll give those to them, but I want to have looked at them beforehand and gone through them. So I don't know how you want to logistics that around, but
I mean, you're a wizard. I feel like you would be pretty good at copying them.
I mean, I feel like we could have read them on the like 3-day journey down the fucking mountain,
That
but
too. Yeah.
we failed the rolls in the
There
cave,
is-
so
Yeah.
Hmm.
There is some starter information in the journal for you under McStavius's journal for the magic journal. For the non-magic journal, I didn't put one because it for me to make as many entries as I thought like would make sense, it would take too long. So I was just gonna do a little spoken thing about it,
yeah. What journal
and
are you
then
talking
like
about?
let you ask more specific questions. If you hit J, then
Oh, it's
go
in
to
the
party
journal.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. And also ask me about things because I don't know how. Again, like, there's so many things I could put in there potentially that like I need to know what you're looking for. Honestly,
I just want to know everything that's in the journal.
yeah,
Mm.
every
all of the
detail,
words,
Rufio.
every single
Yep.
word.
Every
Where-
single word down to the single letter and misspelled words that have been crossed out. Give it all to me.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm here for that.
So as you, Seraphina, have seen in the journal. Wait, we are still in this guild office. This feels weird. Yeah. As you would have known, probably looking through the journal.
You. Yeah.
Yeah, you would have, been while reading it on the trip down the mountains, clearly been able to track his route into madness. He seemed to be writing about the effects pretty openly in his personal journal. And like definitely seeing his writing style changing and like switching into this bizarre, almost like doctor scribble kind of, as he seemed to become more Vladimir. But both of the journals seem to basically only pertain to him going to this mountain. They do not seem to date before his trek there.
And there's nothing that like dictates why he was going here, if he was sent on like a mission to go here, like the purpose
In the magic
of
journal, there is a discussion of the mission he was being sent on, being instructed to take his usual team and as usual keep them in the dark and collect as many samples as he could from the cave for study.
Remind me of like how long it has been since like he went into the cave versus like now.
Versus now, since he went into the cave, it's been like I think a little over a month, maybe 2 months. I can't remember the exact timeline I laid out, but I think that feels right. A month or two. Yeah. Well, is there anything else you need from me, Saren?
I don't think so. Like most of the questions I have are for like the research stuff. But yeah, I mean, I will just give him like a heads up on like the names and the players and like do a more detailed like recap of the greater
Of
cosmology
the family
bullshit.
tree.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be helpful. It's good. Oh, thank you for that. Oh, I should tell you. We did get some word back from Gideon. He says that they're probably going to need to be to also leave the area they did run into some sort of wooden dwarf who was causing quite a bit of trouble. And when they saw the satyrs, they seemed to be coaxing some sort of giant boar into doing as they wanted. So they're pretty sure they should head out.
Yeah, that tracks.
Yeah.
The Death Charge or something was his name?
Uh-huh.
Well, we hopefully, I don't know. That is a long way from here and not my fucking problem right now.
No, that we just thought you should know. It's even Gideon couldn't get it done, so must have been, even tougher than we thought.
I look over at Zarin.
Serafina.
You can get lost in that wood very easy, so. You know.
Well, we'll send someone over with the paperwork if we get that access into the Swift Quiver manor for you.
All right.
As well as the church.
Yep. Cool. All right. Do we know roughly what the bounty is going to be for Mixtavius? Just so I have an idea for planning.
Yeah. I always forget. They're right. Da, da, da. That would be. Oh my gosh. Is that right? Yeah, 3,000 gold.
So they all get 1,000.
Uh huh.
Again.
I can get better armor.
Please get better armor.
I want better armor.
We can get you better armor.
Please.
You want magic armor? What kind of armor you want?
Something that will not let people try to kill me in one hit. I need to take the blows for them and not go down. So I think I just have basic I have basic breastplate right now, so anything's better than that.
The one. Do you want like heavy armor, medium, light? You're
Medium.
barbarian. Medium. Okay.
Yeah. Barbarian.
You worried about being loud?
Kirk's gonna kind of look at the group. I know I'm not the sneakiest, but
I'm the sneaky one, so you should be fine.
then loud is fine.
Fine. See, wait, what is your current AC? I forget what you have right now. I need to look at that.
I just have a standard breastplate, so my AC is 14.
Okay, cool. All right, we could let's see. I mean, how much of that 1,000 are you willing to spend?
Tell me what you got, and then I'll figure that out.
We could probably do some reinforced half plate, so like +1 for 850. Actually, guild discount. 1 second. Wait, I did that one. 750.
Okay. What would that above table? What would that bring my AC to?
That would be 16 plus your dex modifier, so
Which
it would
isn't great.
be
My dex is +0, so
So 16.
that's why
16.
Yeah.
Yeah, so yeah, my
16
new
is still
admin-
better than a 14.
then 14. Yeah. You know what? Kirk nods. I'll take it.
All right. We can have that prepared for you by tomorrow morning.
Why are you saying we each only get 1,000?
I'm not a part of the
He's
quiver.
not a guild member.
Yeah, but we're gonna fucking share with you.
Huh?
Yeah.
So it's 750
That's
a
so sweet.
person.
Yeah, this will
Yeah,
be my
like what the
share
fuck are you talking
going
about?
to
I like
this.
fine, I don't care. It's still you still came with us.
Zarin and Rick, so sweet.
Listen, I could use the extra 250. I gotta buy fucking spells, but you know, fair is fair.
Look, Victor's just following protocol by only giving the money to the guild members. He doesn't care what you do with it after that.
Yeah. It's called subcontracting.
This is our third party cleric.
And I mean, we got a bunch of shit to sell and do anyways, so we should be able to recover a little bit more gold. I mean, I think we sell all the fucking fusion core gems because they're just, or not the fusion core, the crystal clusters.
The explosion gems?
Yeah,
The green
because
gems?
who fucking
Yeah.
cares? And we can. I'd rather have the gold than a one-use bomb.
Serafina keeps one of them because it's pretty.
That's fair.
So we all
Especially
get
since-
750.
Yeah, and Kirk's immediately spending his to get armor so he doesn't go down as easily.
Boom, 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 boom. Anyone else trying to get any armor, weaponry?
I don't think I need anything. Question mark. I have studded leather armor. Because there's not much I can take, right? I can only do light.
Yeah.
I mean, the only armor upgrade you would have would be like studded leather,
Glamored.
+1.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because I have studded armor already, so. Don't we have something that like we need to like fuse it with stuff?
Yeah, if we have two items that are similar. It's called fusion core gem in your inventory. I believe you have them.
There's a 2 and a 3.
Yeah.
Well, thank you as always for your work, Zarin. We're try our best to help you out with this Magali problem. Sounds like it might take all of us.
I think it'll take probably more than that, but yes.
Now where you guys go?
I mean, it depends on how much time we have
Yeah.
left. You know.
Or anything, yeah. Because if we're doing 30 minutes, is there something that somebody would like to?
Yeah. Ophelia still hasn't seen what it's gonna do.
You were also going to talk to her.
I want to watch this.
Oh no, I was
Oh yeah, you
talking
said
about
you were
the
gonna talk to
gloves.
Calliope.
Yeah, it's fine.
Oh, the gloves. Yeah.
Yeah, the gloves is what
Don't worry, I was
referring to.
I was on the same page thinking it was Calliope.
Yeah. I mean, 2 birds, 1 stone. I'll go back to Zaren's house. So you guys gonna do anything else? I think I need to go back to Zaren's house. I missed my hole.
Sure. It's a weird way to put stuff, but okay.
Yeah.
I mean, I have a nice, comfortable dirt hole in your garden.
Okie dokie. Is Aaron home? Right, why is it not over there? You succeed.
Okay.
Is Aaron home? There it is.
It's the zigzag for me. I'm gonna wander over here and over the pets, little stuffed animals. Stick my head out. I'm gonna go. I want to do this real quick, and then I'll be right back, just in case. Like, I don't know, she sends me like an angry vocal telegram through. However, I'm gonna do this. I don't want anybody to see me. And then I'm gonna go up, take off the gloves because I think I've been wearing them. Get the scroll out and like write a little note that says, "I'm so sorry. My bad. Please enjoy, Ophelia."
All right. Oh, make sure I have the other item. There it is. So yeah, you lay out the scroll that Zilia gave you with this really intricate and detailed teleportation circle on it. And as you sort of focus your energy on it to activate it with the gloves in the middle, you see you see this energy start to swirl, this mix of like black and gold magic start to swirl around the gloves and create like this portal that almost looks like a red carpet, like lined with like nice like statues and things, as the gloves just sort of like fall, looking like they're going down the carpet. And a second later you find this wand popping back up in its place.
Oh, yay! I'm going to take it.
And you do feel quite a strong, fairly wicked presence coming off of this wand. It does not seem to try and possess you, though.
She's excited as she like begins to wander back out dancing because she didn't get in trouble for forgetting something that happened like almost 30 episodes ago. Hi guys. Hi Calliope. How are you?
She sort of like looks up confused at you a little bit. She's like, "I'm good. Why are you so cheery?"
I just went and saw my friends, so I'm just doing real good. It's like when you check in with people you love.
Oh, I guess I don't know much about that.
Ophelia's gonna look over to Zarin because he's across the way, and she's gonna go, "Wow." Oh yeah, that's rough. Well, maybe we can. Ophelia's still having a hard time. Maybe we can be like that.
Really? I was
Maybe
kind of getting the
eventually.
impression you wanted to unload me on someone else.
You know, sometimes when we meet up with our friends, they tell us that we're being a little selfish.
I was kind of thinking that too.
Yeah. So might be.
So I love the energy. We start the pillow business soon then?
I did forget to tell them about the pillow business.
Ah,
But let's work on it I mean, you're doing fantastic. I think you can go above pillows at this point. Maybe bed, bath, and beyond.
Beyond sounds interesting. Do you have
Fuck you.
an idea for that?
Damn it.
That's something we. That's something we can workshop. I think, you know, maybe like little trinkets, like little fans you can put on your like shopping bags or whatever. You know, keychains.
She does look sort of confused at you now. And like,
We'll work on it. We'll
keychain.
work on it.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Sure, I guess I can try making bath supplies. Like robes and stuff? Slippers?
Slippers would be nice. Maybe eye mask.
Are any of you gonna wear them? You don't even touch the stuffed animals I made.
It is bigger than me.
I can make a smaller one.
Yeah.
As also, Ophelia, you would have noticed that the quarter scone that she put on each of the stuffed animals' plates and the tea is no longer there. Just crumbs and like little drops.
What's up with that?
They had a good tea party.
Like they ate it?
How do your tea parties usually go?
I
These
swear
are
to God,
stuffed
if these
animals.
things are, I swear to God, if these are like Furbies and they come to life when you're not watching them,
I will cry.
Yeah,
They're
same.
stuffed- They're stuffed animals.
Feely's gonna look in between Calliope and the stuffed animals over there. Like, but do they eat?
Calliope sort of hangs her head down, almost like she's a little. I ate it, Ophelia.
Just making sure. I never know. I was about to get real scared. I draw the line at haunted dolls. Surprisingly, I have a line. Calliope.
Yeah, they just help you relax.
Annabelle already went through the town of New Orleans for a little bit. Not doing poor little versions of her here.
And make a smaller one. All right. Yeah, anything else you would like to talk about?
Um, yeah, I mean, what is our next plan, guys?
I mean,
We do need to go to Greeley Estates. Isn't that where
Okay.
Serafina's dad was like last
Quick-
seen?
Well, that was also with that was also the Swift Quiver was the last that is
Okay.
a converging plot thread, as it were.
Okay, I was looking at the little notes that got forwarded.
Yeah.
yeah, but we're waiting for Victor to see if we can even get in contact with them.
Mhm.
And then we also need to go by this fabled files, which is I think it is like a potion shop, but there's also an artificer that works there. like sort of adjoined, they can help us with some of the items that we have, as well as a containment for the scalpel and etc.
Mm-hmm.
And you need to find people for my pillows. Anyone who needs help sleeping.
Can Sherilyn have one of those IRL?
If only.
If only.
But yes, I think that is a good next step, is the fabled files.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. We'll pick up there for next time, because that'll be a whole scene.
And it'll give us time to decide which
items
and
you want.
who.
Yeah.
Which and who is getting items. Did we just have 2 or do we have 3 of them?
What?
There's
Of the
3 you get to pick.
Okay.
Yeah. And then there's the 3 combiner and the 2 combiner, if you feel like doing those. And then, of course, shielding whatever this evil scalpel is.
Yeah, that's going to be important.
How do you get it out of the magic bag?
Yeah, I was thinking about that earlier in the session.
A hope and a prayer.
Because, like, you have to, like,
You can shake out
intentionally be
every-
thinking.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I could flip the bag inside out and everything would fall out then, but. In all fairness, I don't think Serafina has much inside that bag anyway at this point, so.
I don't think so. I think you.
No, it's full of Moreno's treasure.
Yeah, we just got it.
Oh, that's right. I want to go through the treasure and see what's in there. Are there any diamonds that can be useful for Revivify, considering our cleric spent it on an NPC?
I do what I want.
Roll a d20 and call even or odd.
Even.
There is. Let's see how many there is.
Ooh.
There are 4 of them.
Holy shit!
Nice.
Hey, Ophelia, these might be useful for you.
Sorry.
Gimme.
She'll give them to Ophelia to put in her bag.
I'll hold up my bag so you can, like, shoot them.
Now I can kill you more.
You've already
No.
almost killed me like 3 times.
All right. Good session, guys.
Yeah. good stuff,
Yeah.
everybody.
Yeah.
It's always great to see y'all.